Hey guys, have you ever looked in the mirror, felt totally frustrated, and just thought, well, my looks are set in stone? Like what you're seeing is just the luck of the draw and completely out of your hands. Well, welcome to this explainer because today we are going to absolutely shatter that illusion. We're unpacking a fascinating breakdown of the 7 silent habits that are literally destroying your face right now without you even realizing it. Stick around because the mindset shifts waiting for you at the end of this journey are a total game changer for your physical potential. Listen to me very carefully. You are not ugly. The real reason your face might not look exactly the way you want it to, it actually has zero to do with your genetics. It has literally everything to do with these tiny, unconscious decisions you're making every single day. You see, your face isn't shaped by some massive overnight miracle. It's molded over time by small, repetitive habits that are quietly damaging your skin, softening your jawline, and just draining your confidence. But hey, the awesome news here, every single one of them is completely fixable. So the big question is, are you unknowingly making these 7 silent mistakes? We're going to go on a quick journey today to level up your appearance by identifying and neutralizing these bad habits. And I want you to pay super close attention as we go, all right? Because we're building up to habits number 6 and 7, which our sources identify as the absolute most common and most damaging hidden enemies to your face. Let's get into it.
Okay, kicking things off with level 1, physical mechanics.
Take a look at that number, 30 to 50. That is the staggering number of times you touch your face every single day without even realizing you're doing it. And every single time your hand goes up, you're acting as a direct transport system, literally dragging bacteria, heavy oils, and dirt straight from your environment and packing it right into your pores. So when you get that random pimple, a clogged pore, or a sudden breakout, you might be tempted to curse your DNA. Don't. Blame your hands. But look, here is your simple, super empowering fix. It's the 7-day hands-off challenge. The entire goal here is just pure awareness. Keep your hands away from your face. I know, it sounds incredibly basic, but if you can consciously stop this passive habit for just 1 week, you are going to be absolutely shocked by how much cleaner and clearer your skin looks. It's an easy, quick win, and it builds incredible momentum for our next physical mechanic. Which brings us right to habit number 2, the chewing imbalance. So most of us actually have a dominant side when we eat a meal or chew a piece of gum. But when you constantly favor one side of your mouth, that specific side of your jaw gets completely overworked, growing larger and stronger. Meanwhile, the neglected side is just left weak and underdeveloped. Over time, this creates some pretty severe facial asymmetry, which is honestly one of the biggest silent killers of raw attractiveness. The fix? You gotta force yourself to switch sides while chewing. It's gonna feel super weird and unnatural at first, I know, but your jawline will balance out and you will definitely thank yourself later. All right, moving right along, we are leveling up. Level 2, lifestyle debuffs. So habit number 3 is essentially hiding from the sun. Look, when you don't get enough sunlight, the cost is immediate and it shows up right on your face. We're talking pale skin, dull eyes, and just this visual aura of incredibly low energy. Your body is basically begging for sunlight to produce essential vitamin D, regulate your hormones, and naturally boost your mood. When you just stay indoors all day, you are literally draining the natural life and glowing vitality right out of your face. The fix for this lifestyle debuff is highly actionable, and honestly, it's pretty nice. You just need 15 to 20 minutes of direct sunlight a day. That's it. That small, dedicated window of time is totally enough to restore your skin's natural glow, completely transform your daily mood, and bring that lost energy rushing right back to your face. And that brings us to habit 4, which, let's be real, is a brutal one. Terrible sleep. Your face literally repairs its micro-damages while you sleep. So when you're lying in bed, staying up late, doom scrolling on your phone, falling into that just one more video trap, that blue light is absolutely destroying your melatonin production. And when you halt that critical nighttime repair process, you get hit with a sleep deprivation penalty. You wake up with dark circles, puffiness, dull skin, and sometimes even a swollen-looking jaw. So how do we actually defeat this? You implement this timeline. This right here is the ultimate protocol to change your face faster than almost anything else we're going to talk about today. First, put a hard stop on caffeine early in the day. Second, put the phone away a full hour before you intend to sleep. Literally out of reach. And third, lock in a consistent 7 to 8 hours of rest on the exact same schedule every single night. If you fix your sleep, I promise you, the physical changes in your face will appear before anything else. And actually, speaking of that caffeine stop, habit 5 is excessive caffeine intake. Now, coffee itself isn't the enemy here, but relying on 3 to 4 cups a day absolutely is. Heavy caffeine intake seriously dehydrates your skin, severely messes with that crucial sleep schedule we literally just talked about, and it visually ages you. The fix is just a simple balancing act. Limit yourself to 1 or 2 cups maximum, and, this is key, pair every single cup of coffee with a full glass of water. Your skin will instantly reward you by looking significantly fresher and way more hydrated. Now, let's just pause for a second. Let's say we fixed the physical touching, the chewing, the sunlight, the sleep, and the caffeine. But what if your routine is already perfect? What if you're doing all of this exactly right and you still look exhausted and worn out? Well, I gotta give you a warning here. All of these physical fixes mean absolutely nothing if you fall victim to the final internal saboteurs. This brings us to level 3, the final bosses. Habit 6 is the one almost everyone totally ignores, yet it's incredibly damaging. High stress. Let's look at the enemy's stat block for a second. Stress spikes a hormone called cortisol, and cortisol effectively destroys your face from the inside out. It causes severe breakouts, etches these deep tension lines right into your skin, dulls your eyes, and can even lower testosterone. Like, have you ever noticed that during high-pressure exam weeks or just incredibly tough moments in your life, your face looks noticeably older, weaker, and just more tired? Yeah, that's not a coincidence. That is stress physically manifesting on your features, actively destroying your attractiveness. You really have to realize that no expensive skincare routine in the world can fix chronic stress. You must utilize these cortisol cleansers. You need to actively engage in daily movement, get out into some fresh air, spend time actually laughing with your friends, or maybe practice prayer and meditation. Whatever it is, you have to incorporate tactics that successfully calm your nervous system and defeat this high-level threat. Otherwise, it is going to constantly show right on your face. And finally, we face the ultimate enemy. Habit 7, blaming your genetics. This is a purely psychological habit, a victim mindset that single-handedly kills your aesthetic potential. Look, standing in front of the mirror and saying to yourself, well, it's just my genetics, I can't change this, is absolutely the biggest mistake you can make. Why? Because it stops you from even trying. But the truth is laid out right here in the numbers. Only 20% of your appearance is actually tied to your underlying genetics. That leaves a massive 80% of how you look entirely, completely within your control. The vast majority of your physical presentation is completely up to you. The exact moment you drop the excuses, you unlock this 80% arsenal. Think about it. You have direct control over your diet, your sleep schedule, your daily grooming habits, your physical training, getting a proper haircut that actually suits your face shape, and carrying yourself with excellent posture. Your real transformation doesn't begin when you buy some fancy new product. It begins the exact second you stop blaming your DNA and start taking responsibility for the 80% that you command. You now know the silent habits that have been secretly holding you back and exactly how to fix them. The illusion is totally gone. You control the 80%. So the only real question left for you as we wrap up this explainer is this. What small habit are you going to change today to start becoming the version of yourself you never thought was possible?